Does this require a prescription? That is another one of those very complicated answers. So there are a handful of medical supply items and braces and splints and things that require a prescription regardless of whether the patient is paying out of pocket or not. And that can be really frustrating because maybe the doctor or the MA said, well, just go get this thing and it'll go through your insurance, or just go pick it up at the pharmacy. Some things have the little RX symbol on them, and that means that we can't just sell it to you. So that can be super frustrating, and we do have a lot of folks coming in for things like, especially the nebulizer compressor tubing kits. So you've got a compressor at home, and it works great, but then the puppy got a hold of the tubing and chewed on it, and now it doesn't work. Or the cup, part of it went down the drain. There you are. I'm a big fan of breathing, and so we do everything we can to get that tubing to you in your hands that you need. But we do have to have that prescription on file. We are audited by the Washington State Department of Health, and we have to have all of that documentation. So, but we do have a fax number, and we do have the ability to take your doctor's prescription over the phone. So if we get somebody on the phone who just gives us that verbal prescription, we're golden. We can get it done and you can be out the door. The other thing is, if you've got that prescription, especially for like the neb kit tubing and so forth, that's covered by your insurance. So if we're in network with your insurance, you're out the door and maybe not even paying anything. So, and then there are some other things that, like anything that arrests a joint, like a knee immobilizer or a boot, anything that's doing that, you have to have a prescription for it. You need to be being followed by a doctor. You can't just decide that you want to immobilize that joint. Our joints were meant for moving, and if we're immobilizing a joint, we need to have that doctor's order to provide that item. And then, of course, with anything that bills through insurance, we have to have a prescription, because we have to prove to the insurance that there is medical necessity. That's kind of the bottom line. And different insurances, different items, different policies, different criteria. It gets very into the weeds, but we do have to follow the rules of the state. And then with the insurance, we have to follow the policy guidelines of the insurance. So it's not always easy, but we do it an awful lot. So if you ever have a question, just give us a call. And we don't do phone trees, we don't do lunch. We're here 9 to 5:30. You'll get somebody who can answer your question, or contact someone within our team that can answer your question. So we welcome those calls, and look forward to seeing you at the pharmacy.